Hi, I'm the Dissatisfied Gamer, and today I'm going to review some zombie games. Now, who hasn't picked up a zombie game in their gamer career? None of you. Don't even lie to me about that. Everyone picks up a zombie game. To start with, I'll just do the Resident Evil, the starter of all great zombie games in my opinion. And while Resident Evils, up until Resident Evil 4, were all pretty crappy, their cameras sucked, the overall gameplay didn't seem that fun. I never actually played any of them up until 4 because I didn't see the allure in them, but then 4 came out and changed my ideas of how Resident Evil should have been doing it. Resident Evil 4, if I was to have rated it back when it first came out, it would have been a 9.5 to actually a 10 out of 10. I don't typically give out 10 out of 10s. I don't think I will ever give out a 10 out of 10. Except for in that case, it was a very big turnaround for their series. Aside from that, we have Resident Evil 5, which basically just plays off of the same engine that Resident Evil 4 did. And this time you play as Chris Redfield. He gets about a 9.5 out of 10. There are several things that kind of irk me about it. The near invincible flying scorpion things are kind of annoying, but once you realize that you can in fact kill them, they drop a fairly nice jewel. And then how on the one spider boss, how the cuts, every time you knocked it down, the cutscene would show you, oh look, its mouth opened, oh look, its mouth opened. It's like, I know, I saw it the first time, thank you. I don't need to see it again. Then overall, Wesker's just an insane ability to survive punishment. I mean, he's dropped into a volcano and he still manages to grab the helicopter. That's ridiculous. And I don't know if I said it already, but Resident Evil 5 gets a 9.5 out of 10 because it was basically just the same game as Resident Evil 4, except in co-op, and you didn't have to deal with some whiny little bitch that gets killed a lot. But anyway, I wanted to move on and do Left 4 Dead. While this could have just as well have been downloadable content for this, overall it's a fairly fun zombie survival series. Overall, as a series, I'd probably give it a 9.5 out of 10, just for it taking the zombie survival in a new direction. It was fairly fun when it first came out, though Left 4 Dead 2 was not nearly big enough of a change from Left 4 Dead 1, so if you owned Left 4 Dead 1, you've basically already played Left 4 Dead 2. And I know I already did a review on them, so, you know, I'm not going to spend too much time on them, but I just thought I'd include them in my zombie review. But then that brings me to Killing Floor. You can pick it up for about $20 at Walmart, which is what I did. It's a co-op zombie survival game, and it's fairly fun. You know, you start off with just a pistol and a knife, and then you kill the first wave of zombies and go into the shop and buy, you know, whatever you want, a bolt-action rifle, or not a bolt-action, lever-action rifle, or a pump-action shotgun. You know, it doesn't really matter. Depending on what perk you picked, there are several perks to pick from, ranging from suppression to commando. And based on those perks, certain guns are cheaper and more effective for you to use. Overall, it is a really fun game. I would recommend playing it with a friend, but it's not necessary or necessarily needed, I suppose. Overall, I would say it's a little bit more fun than Left 4 Dead. If I had to choose two of the series that I've shown, you know, the Resident Evil, Left 4 Dead, or Killing Floor, I'd probably take Resident Evil and Killing Floor. just because Killing Floor has a lot more replay value than Left 4 Dead. When you go through Left 4 Dead once, you've already seen it all, so the other 4 or 5 or other 4 campaigns aren't really worth your time. I mean, you've already seen it, so whoop-de-doo. I can't really think of any others. I mean, there's what's it called, House of the Dead or something? House of the Living Dead? I don't know, I never really played into those. I guess I didn't see it. What I'd really like to see actually though is like an MMO, Left 4 Dead or Resident Evil, doesn't matter which. I think that'd be pretty awesome, you know, you have lots of zombies and other survivors running around, you can fight other survivors or you can team up, you know. I think that would be probably one of the best things. And that brings me to another point. Why is it that we're getting good zombie games like, you know, these, but then we can't get any good zombie movies anymore? Like, it just seems like all the zombie movies just get so cheesy, like Resident Evil. The first one was okay, the second one was like, okay, end it, and the third one was like, okay, well, this is just bullshit. And then, oh, how could I forget about, like, the all-time greatest zombie game of all time, Dead Rising? What am I thinking? In that one, you just play a photographer. He's in a mall trying to get a story. Ends up being a little bit more than what he expected. He expected a riot, but it ended up being zombies. They have a second one coming out here sometime. I'm not exactly sure when, but if you go and watch the trailers on GT.com, GameTrailers.com, you'll see some things that you will definitely enjoy if you loved the first one. I don't want to spoil it for you, so you know you'll have to go watch it yourself, because I'm not going to say anything more, but you will definitely like it. Well, I suppose that's all I really have to talk about right now. I don't know when I'm going to get my next review up, so until next time.